Hello, and welcome to FUTURECASTING with Insular Life and Philippine Star. In the past few years, big educational plan providers have folded up and left many of their clients with empty promises, in the process ruining the dreams of parents to send their children to a good school. Today, we'll get to talk to a young parent who is thinking early about preparing for her child's future educational expenses. Let's take a look at her new options. Francis Amurao, 33 years old, married 3 years and has a 2-year-old son. She works as a freelance writer and is curious about the state of educational plans in the country today. Francis, welcome to FUTURECASTIng. Alam mo, meron na sasabihin sa iyo, I love your name. Malapit sa pangalan ko yun di ba? You know what? I heard that as a very young parent pa lang, you are preparing for the future schooling of your kid, di ba? So, can you tell me more about this? Give me your thoughts.
Well, Francis, I have been lucky enough that my mom was able to use the educational plan that she got for me before. So, syempre, now that I have a family of my own, my husband and I wanted to do the same thing for our son. Unfortunately, news about educational companies failing have, of course, made my husband and I think twice about getting one.
Oo nga, Francis, kasi all those plans closing down and then their money locked in, talagang traumatic, to a lot of parents.
And nakakatakot because, of course, my husband and I wanted to have an option na our money won't be locked in, just in case we can take it out in cases of emergencies.
Oo nga naman, oo nga naman.
Of course, we are both aware that with the rising cost of tuition, it can't ever be matched.
Ang bilis ng tuition increase, no? Every year, as in, I mean, everybody knows that, but when you take a look at the rates, talagang gulat na gulat ka, no? Yeah.
We have been looking at some programs where by the time my son goes to college, it will be about 2 million pesos.
My goodness, grabe.
So, kailangan talaga.
So, we really need to prepare, di ba?
Yes.
You know, I really admire people who are very responsible, especially kung parents. And when panic time comes, talagang tinatamaan those who are not prepared. Di ba?
That is true, and I
That's so
agree.
good of you.
So, right now, I am just wondering if there are any other options for pre-need educational plans.
And I'm sure there are many options din naman, ha? I wish every parent would be like you. Talagang kinoconsider mo, nire-research mo. When my wife and I, we were starting out, syempre, konti lang kinikita. Syempre, yung priority mo, education ng mga anak. And we save money, and then we put it in the educational plan. And then, yung pagdating ng araw, nalaman mo, nag-fold up sila. Trauma yun, grabe yun.
And that's exactly what we don't want to happen. Kasi syempre, we've been saving our money, and then to have that all.
Yeah. And also, would you say that because there was a traumatic experience like that, parang ngayon natakot na yung mga tao, ano? What they don't know is there are actually options. And that's why today we have a resource person who can educate us with more of this. And we have Tamayo here who can provide us with options, give us knowledge. Yung bang the main cause of fear is ignorance. Pero once you get educated and you get to understand, it frees you from it.
Francis, you're a very responsible parent and I'd like to affirm you for your anticipation. In truth, malaking problema talaga to. So there are 94 million Filipinos right now, and those who are of school age 0 to 11 represents about 35% of that number. Wow. So 27 million parents will have a problem similar to your concern. And when you think about it, the data also shows that on average, salary increases by about 8.2%. Ano yan, statistics data yan. On the other hand, tuition fee increases has been growing at the rate of 12% per annum.
Laki ng gap.
So yung gap pa lang na yon, hindi pa natin kinompound yan, ha? Subukan mong i-compound and then mahihilo ka na sa numero. Because if you don't, you will not be able to face reality when it hits you. Let me put some numbers into that. Let's assume for a moment that we are in the year 2007. Let's say again that your salary is 45,000 per month. On an annual basis, you'll be making something like 540,000. So, pag fast forward mo siya at an 8% growth, by 2023, when your child goes to college, you're making 1.85 million a month. However, ang tuition fee ngayon, let's say in Ateneo de Manila, is about 181,000 per annum. So, that 181 today, over your 540,000 income, represents about 34% of your income. Let's take a look at what happens in the year 2023. Kung today, you're setting aside 34% of your income for the education of one child, by the year 2023, you'll be setting aside 60% of your income.
Wow.
So that means wala ka ng ibang pagkakagastusan maliban, kasi tuition fee lang yan eh.
And that's just one child.
And that's just one child.
Oh, wow.
Hindi pa kasama dyan yung transportation, book, uniform, allowances. So, lahat ng sweldo mo just for that one child. E paano naman kung halimbawa gusto mong i-retain na 35% pa rin? How much will the gap be? Today, positive ka sana na 7,000. By 2023, negative 483,000 na.
Wow.
That's what it means. So, what this all says is, dapat paghandaan mo ang college education ng anak mo much earlier than the actual time that the child goes to college.
Exactly. Alam mo, Ami, hindi na po pwede ngayon yung bahala na
Correct.
system, delikado.
Correct.
Ano,
So, if those are the market needs, ano naman ang options mo? Kasi tatanungin mo talaga eh, how do I get started? Kasi
Right.
parang the once that bundle of joy gets born, comes with it is a bundle of expenses. So saan ko sisimula? Kasi nagbabayad na nga ako sa doktor, nagbabayad na nga ako sa bagong damit, crib, mga pangangailangan niya, diba? Birthday party. So saan ko sisimulan? So there are options. Tips that I can give you. First is, any parent out there should save for child expenses, not when the child is born, but when the child has been conceived. Sa conception pa lang, alam mo pa lang na buntis ka, aba, mag-save ka na.
Doon pala.
Oo. At saka hindi yan one-time savings, Frances,
That is true.
forever savings yan. Oo. So, fortunately, you know, in the internet nowadays, merong app, and it's called The Gift of Dreams.
Oh, talaga?
What is
This-
gift of dreams?
Okay. The Gift of Dreams is a pledging application. So you pledge, di ba tayo, we celebrate the child's first birthday, the
Yes.
first Christmas, siyempre mga doting grandparents,
Right.
sa first Christmas niyan, bonggang regalo, di ba?
Yes,
Tapos
yes.
on the 7th birthday, etc., etc. So, nakakahiya naman kasi, nahihingin mo yung regalo.
That's true.
So, this application enables you to hint kung ano ang gusto mong gift sa kanila. And it's called the gift of dreams because what you're asking the grandparents, the godparents to give a gift for the education of this child. So halimbawa, kung balak na rin lang nung ninang magregalo ng toy, for instance, worth 2,000 or 5,000, instead of buying the toy, she can probably pledge it for the education of your child or of the inaanak. So that's what the Gift of Dreams app is all about.
Ganda nito.
Oo.
Ganda.
Another tip, I think I mentioned this a while ago, but it's really treating education expenses as part of your monthly expenses, even if you're not yet sending your child. And during the time that you're sending your child to school, just kasama siya sa monthly expenses mo. Now, another tip that I'd like to give is you've got to choose the financial instrument. Ano ba yan? Savings account ba yan sa bangko? Mutual fund ba yan? Ano bang klaseng instrument ang gagamitan mo? Ang unang tip ko dyan sa iyo is, it must be safe even from your own temptation. Because this happened to me even when we were consciously saving up for the education of our child, you know? We needed money to finish our home. Nagalaw si pera. Diba? So, but if you keep it in an instrument na hindi mo pwedeng galawin, then hindi talaga siya pwedeng maging option.
Yes.
Diba? So that's the first thing. Second is, it must generate returns from for you of about 4 to 6%. Kasi that's the gap eh.
Yeah.
Diba? And then finally, it has to provide protection against loss of a parent. Especially in a dual income family or household, siguro set of parents ang dapat na pinoprotectionan kasi pareho silang provider.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that is so true.
So, what are your options? Anong mga instruments na pwede mong paggamitan? Of course, nandyan, Francis, yung mutual funds, no? Syempre, from insurance, the variable unit-linked insurance products, and then finally, stock investments. But of those options, it's only the variable unit-linked insurance which provides you the insurance. Oo. Not an option. Savings products that provide less than 4% return. Eh kasi sa ngayon nga, ang gap mo 4% na eh. Pag kinompound mo pa yon o kaya
Yes,
late ka
yes.
nag-start, hindi mo na mahahabol.
Are there any other options where mag-i-invest kami pero our money won't be locked in? Just in case na magkaroon ng emergency na we can take it out.
Variable unit-linked insurance. Actually, that product enables you the flexibility of keeping it there or withdrawing it when you need to.
Okay.
In fact, yung product na yan, super love ko rin yan dahil ang ganda ng features niya. Not only does it provide you the insurance, but it enables you to go into stock investing using the fund management team of the insurance company. And then the beauty is, when you need it for education, you can draw the money. When you need it for emergency funding, you can draw the money. If you want to use it for retirement, you can continue putting money there and then just get the lump sum at the end.
Oh, okay.
Napaka-flexible niya talaga. Oo. That addresses your concern,
Yes,
right?
yes. And I'm glad na may ganun palang option.
Oo nga, that's true.
You know what, Francis, kanina pinag-uusapan natin, the root cause of fear is really the lack of knowledge.
That is true.
So you feel reassured now, di ba?
Yes, I feel more confident now.
Yeah, and actually what we've learned from Annie really empowers us to make the right decisions and choices. And I'm sure you're going to inspire a lot of young parents who would think the way you are doing, and they should.
I'm ready to tell my friends about the gift of dreams and the tips that Ami has shared today.
Ami, thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure,
You know,
Francis.
in my seminars, I keep on saying there is no final age wherein learning stops. Eh.
Correct.
I mean, I learned so much. So maraming salamat, and you've actually empowered the two of us.
Thank you.
And Francis, thank you very much.
Thank you for having
In
me.
marketing terms, may pinag-uusapan dyan, kapag walang disturbance, walang opportunity, what disturbed you offers an opportunity for everybody to get prepared. Kaya,
I agree.
super thank you.
Super thank you.
Most of the time, when we have families, what we prioritize is building a home, purchasing a house. But what about our children? We have to prepare for their educational needs. Concerning the numbers, we have seen there's a lot of planning ahead to provide a good education for our kids, and numbers don't lie, so we need to prepare. And seeking the help of a financial advisor can help us make a plan. Thank you again for joining me today. This is Francis. Till the next webisode.